What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. So, Steph Curry knocks the Joker off. The Joker is now eliminated, gone, goodbye, caboose. The phony MVP is knocked out. Now, this is another reason why you don't give the MVP to a 6, 7, and 8 seed, because they're not projected to get out the first round in the first place. All right? They're normally perceived as teams that, hey, just making a visit to the playoffs. You're only here for the first round, then you're going to get knocked out. MVPs are usually guys perceived that's going to be winning the title, going to the conference finals, things of that nature. But with that being said, I don't want to hear no excuses from the Joker. They had opportunities to win this game. They only lost by 4. I repeat, they only lost by 4. And their role players came to show. DeMarcus Cousins scored 19 points. Klay Thompson scored 15 points. Those are the two guys I'm comparing to each other because they both former all-stars that's not at the same level of what they used to be. What cost Denver Nuggets the game was defense. What I told you about basketball, it's a two-way game. Defense, offense, offense to defense. You can't play one end of the floor and expect to win. All right, the Denver Nuggets had their offensive game going. The Joker was cooking even in the fourth quarter. But they couldn't stop nobody. And you're not going to win in the postseason if you can't stop somebody. You're going to have to put the clamps on somebody. All right? The Warriors made more winning plays, and their role players stepped up more because the Denver Nuggets defense was very nonchalant. It wasn't there. Okay? Especially in the fourth quarter. They was just giving up easy baskets. And Steph Curry was able to close them boys out, around the 94 to 90 point range. When he got that and-one play, when that guy, I think it was Gary Payton's son on his back, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, it is what it is. And this is why the Denver Nuggets will never probably be a true contender, even with Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Because keep in mind, those guys, Murray and Michael Porter Jr., even though they didn't play, the Nuggets still have more than enough opportunities to win games. They just couldn't close games out, and they didn't play enough defense, and particularly in this game. And Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, they're good players, but let's not act like they're all-stars or they're top 5 players. Michael Porter Jr. is still a player on the come-up, and Jamal Murray, he has off and on games. So there's no guarantee that they would have won. Even with those guys, they probably still would have lost. But this goes to show me one thing. Beware of the Warriors. And when I mean beware of the Warriors, don't get so much hope that you think they're going to make it to the NBA Finals. It's because the Denver Nuggets exposed a lot about the Golden State Warriors, and you can see it in the games, okay? A lot of these games were close. The Warriors still have problems with you playing them physical. There was spurts where the Nuggets played them physical and gave them problems. And despite the fact that they're an average defensive team, to me, they're not really that great on defense, because you can still get your shot off on a lot of these guys. Klay Thompson is not the guy that he used to be on the defensive end. And there's a lot of ways you could exploit the Golden State Warriors. They're going to have problems with a young team that pushes the ball and move at a fast pace. And that could be the Memphis Grizzlies. So don't be so sure that the Warriors are going to make the NBA Finals. They still going to have their work cut out for them. And they got a lot of work to do. But the Joker, once again, fails to close out the fourth quarter because he's a limited basketball player. He was never supposed to be mentioned in the top 5 at all. He was never, as far as I'm concerned, supposed to be the MVP because if he's putting up similar numbers to Giannis and Joel Embiid, but the only common denominator, the only thing missing is the wins and the seeding, then Giannis and Embiid should be ranked higher, right? They should be the 2 MVP candidates, not the Joker. The Joker wasn't even on my MVP radar, flat out, because I was looking at Giannis and Embiid, who deserve the MVP more. And it's a robbery that you're going to give it to the Joker, because he didn't deserve it. Nor is he a top 5 player in the league, and he is overrated. He's a good all-star, and I'm going to leave it at that. And he could take his Joker and all his jokes. He could take that, sit home, go fishing, because you got knocked out the playoffs. Prince Sports out. Peace.